I know quite a few of you have been waiting on this video. This is the Sportsman 2-cycle generator. This is their direct competitor to the Harbor Freight TailGator. Let's get this generator out of the box, look at the packaging, and see if it's the same as a TailGator or if it adds some unique touches that make it a Sportsman. I'm a little bit shocked as I unbox this thing, and not in the way that I anticipated to be shocked. This thing came out of the box and the packaging was identical to the Harbor Freight TailGator 63025. As a matter of fact, just looking at it, what you're seeing right now is what I'm seeing. The lip on this tank looks like the 2.5 model. I'm seeing the same branded outlet, just the quality of the little rubber parts. A lot of things on this, including the side castings, are making me think this is just like the 63025, at least in the raw form and in some of the components. But before we get to any of that, let's look at the instruction packaging here and see what's different about that, because I noticed a couple of things that were different just by looking down into the... Okay, we have a handle, looks exactly like the handle for the regular TailGator, even down to the rough mold lines that put on the tank. Now, Harbor Freight, they have two models. One comes with a little pouch, that's the 2.4 model, has a screwdriver in it and the spark plug wrench. The 2.5 model TailGator just comes with this. So again, something that's looking just like the 2.5. Let's look at what we get here in our instruction manual packet. We have a lifetime technical support card. Now this isn't in a Harbor Freight product. As a matter of fact, their technical support's pretty good. I've called them to ask them technical questions about the GEN1000i generator, the little inverter generator. They're very knowledgeable, so that's good. You also get a quick start guide. This is the GEN1000. The other generator is the GEN1000i. Full color quick start guide. I like this. Very good reference material. The back is identical to the front. So just kind of a repeat of the information there. Also get, it fell out over here, warranty card. Buffalo Corporation makes Sportsman's products, so you get that. And you get this instruction manual. This looks a lot like the Harbor Freight instruction manual. Let's just glance here at the front page. Okay, right away, I'm seeing something different here. Decibel rating of 95 decibels. That's louder than the TailGator. Now this does have 1000 surge watts to the TailGator's 900, and the running watts are 900 versus the 700 of the TailGator. And there's a reason that that is that way. At least there's supposed to be a reason. I'll get to that in just a moment, but let me just kind of glance through this. And this is basically TailGator-ish. I'm going to read through these really quick and I'll cut right back. Okay, I've read through these instructions at length, read the entire thing front to back, and the only thing that I could find that was different was a reference to 7.5 amp output rather than the 6.5 of the TailGator. Now, even down to a torch plug, the same torch plug. So this is a lot like the TailGator. Now, the only thing that's supposed to be different about this, the motor in this is supposed to be brushless. And that brushless is supposed to be why it puts out the extra 200 running watts over the TailGator. Now, I have no way to prove that because it's not listed anywhere in the documentation. The only tip-off would be the higher amperage, but also it's not listed on the box. I was going to do the normal box rotation like I usually do, but Home Depot put stickers all over it, so that makes that pointless. But without taking things apart, and I can't do that on this generator because this is actually going to someone, I can't really tell if it's brushless or not. I guess we'll find out when we start hooking things up to it. But now, let me get this handle put on it, and I'll try to give you an up-close look, and we'll just kind of give a look around this thing and see what it looks like. Then we'll get it outside and run it and see if it actually runs any different than the TailGator. Really interested in this 95 decibels being louder. Could be because it's brushless. We'll find out. Let's take a quick look at the front of this unit. We see right away 7.5 amp rated, This is the same branded outlet as on the TailGator. Again, all this stuff, very TailGator-esque, but we do notice that it mentions that 95 decibel rating here. It's the same 63cc engine, same 5 hours at 50%, same gas tank size, and so on. It does have more stickers, but these are the exact same quality as the Harbor Freight stickers, which means they'll start peeling off almost immediately. On the right hand side, we have the same pull start mechanism with the familiar plastic down inside. Same pull start handle type as the TailGator 2.5 model. Familiar fuel shutoff. We do have a new sticker. This is different. Now this is interesting. On the emission control, I noticed that the number was the exact same as the engine family, and the carb were the exact same as the Harbor Freight TailGator 2.5, but the 2.4 actually has different numbers. Very interesting. But again, this is very, very similar to the 2.5. On the back, we have the exact same muffler as we would expect on these generators. We have the same plug boot we would expect, very flimsy. We also have the same torch spark plug. Now we don't have a sticker on this very back part except for this U. Now I have no idea what that means, but it is also on the upper right hand corner of the instruction manual. So apparently it means something. On to the opposite side, we have the same rough casting on this end cap as we have on the 2.5 model TailGator. Remember that 2.4 is a little cleaner. Now the only other difference is we have a sticker for our grounding terminal, where Harbor Freight just leaves it up for you to figure it out or to read the instructions. Up top on our gas tank, we have the exact same paint color as the TailGator, just with the Sportsman branding. Now you will notice it's void of any other stickers on the top. And the TailGator's just plastered with them all over the place. Inside, the tank is just like the TailGator. You have your cup, you have a strainer, and just like the new TailGators, there's no overspray down in the tank, so that is good. One thing I did notice is that this didn't have the red ring on that little strainer like the 2.5 model does. However, on that placard that was on the side, you saw that this was a 2016 engine. The new TailGators are 2017, so maybe that's why. With our airbox cover off, we can see that this comes with a full-size filter that is contoured, it's oiled, and it's contoured on the back side to fit in very well and give a good seal so that you're actually going to get some filtration. Now, sometimes you get this on a TailGator. Most of the time, however, TailGator comes with a little filter like this that just kind of flops around in there, does very little good. But in the case of this Sportsman, at least on this generator, got a very good filter system. Everything else just like a TailGator, including the United Power branding down here. So it appears that this is basically a Harbor Freight TailGator 2.5 model with a different sticker on it and supposedly a brushless motor that puts out a little more power. We're about to find out because we're going to take this thing out, load it up, and see if it will outperform a TailGator. And also I'm curious about that decibel rating. We'll see if it's actually louder. It's no secret I love my Sportsman inverter generator, but I have to say I'm not a fan of its sibling, this little 2-cycle Sportsman generator. Looks like a TailGator, acts like a TailGator, and as you saw, had all of this stuff loaded on it, well exceeding its rated amperage capabilities and wattage, yet it didn't turn itself off, just like a TailGator does. The more you loaded on it, the higher the amperage got, but the voltage would just drop and drop the wattage. Got to the point that these fans were barely moving, and this was just making a humming noise, and these lights had dimmed. It ran till it ran out of gas. So that leads me to believe that this is definitely not as advertised, and as a matter of fact, stated it's brushless. I don't think it is. It weighs the exact same as a TailGator. It is packaged the same as a TailGator. It looks like a TailGator, and it has the same model, engine model, and EPA statements as a TailGator. I think it's just a rebadged TailGator. So that leads me to say, if you want something like this, buy a TailGator. If you want to step up, get something really good, buy this inverter generator. But that's it for the Sportsman 2-cycle 1000 watt generator. Have a great day.